Well, good afternoon. It is the appointed hour. I will call to order the June 18th meeting of the Oklahoma City Riverfront Redevelopment Authority. And the first item is item 2. I'd like to introduce Adam. Are you ready to speak? Okay. This is Adam Lutt with City Care. I think some of you saw the notes that they have decided to not utilize Crystal Lake Park any longer, and Adam asked to come forward and speak a little bit about that. So.
Yes, well, thank you for having me here, and really I just wanted to come and say thank you and kind of explain a little bit about our decision. So 8 years ago, City Care and the founder of City Care, Larry Bross, entered into a partnership with the City of Oklahoma City, the Oklahoma City Community Foundation, and the Inasmuch Foundation, and the SHINE program of Oklahoma County to clean up Crystal Lake. It's my understanding they pulled over 2,000 tires out of the lake, several other things, unspeakables, but cleaned it up. We have since built restroom facilities, a gazebo, a handicap-accessible fishing dock, and utilized Crystal Lake over the last 8 years for summer programming for the Whiz Kids program and end-of-year celebrations for Whiz Kids. We've had almost 1,000 kids out there in total over the last 8 years through our summer programming, and at this point had entered into a second 5-year contract with the City of Oklahoma City, which was due for renewal, up for renewal in 2020. So we, as some of you may know, are beginning a new program at City Care. We're going to be opening the city's only low-barrier night shelter in the coming months. It's under construction right now. So with that new opportunity on the horizon, the Board of Directors voted last month to not renew the contract on Crystal Lake. And we felt like, as an organization, and the board felt like that we had gotten Crystal Lake to a point where it's ready to maintain. We'd done a lot of the work out there that needed to be done and felt like it was in a good place to hand back over to the City of Oklahoma City. So we'll maintain our commitment to finish out the mowing season, which is the biggest part of the maintenance of the lake is just making sure that it's kept up. So we'll do that through the end of the mowing season in October. But really just wanted an opportunity to come and explain to you all and thank you all for the opportunity to partner with the City of Oklahoma City and do everything that we've done out there and really celebrate the transformation that's taken place out of Crystal Lake over the last 8 years. So I would welcome any questions or follow-up should you all have that.
Any questions? Brian?
I'd just like to say, I was out there at the very beginning when it was locked up and all the tires were still in the lake and all, and had the chance to work with it. I really appreciate what you did, because I think if this transformational wouldn't have happened, I don't know what would have happened. And like I said, at that time, it was a scary place. It was in bad condition. And City Care, as it's been a privilege to work with you through the Community Foundation on some of the tree planting and all. And yeah, we've had the tornado go through. We've had all kinds of things, but it is in a lot better place than where it was. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Brian.
Any other questions for Adam? First off, I want to say we certainly appreciate your commitment to finish the mowing season. That will help us greatly, help the Parks Department staff, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And but you've been a good partner with this. I think there's been a lot of good that's been done for the kids out there over the years, and we certainly appreciate that. And sad to see you go.
Yeah, thank you. David and I have a good relationship, and I made sure to explain to him that we'll maintain our commitment, whatever that means, to whether it's reservations or whatever else it may be, just to make sure that it's a smooth handoff and transition. So.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Doug, I can assume at some point you'll have some kind of comments or presentation on how you're going to transition that and so forth. Okay, very good. Thank you. Second thing, I should have done this first, I assume. I want to welcome our new surrogate for the city manager, Aubrey McDermott, and assistant city manager, and welcome. Glad to see you here. We'll try not to pester you too much with it. Item 3 is the minutes from the May 28th meeting. Do we have any changes or corrections?
Move approval.
Cast your vote. And it passes unanimously. Item 4 is a consent docket. We have an oil and gas revenue report and a river corridor events update. Any questions on either one of those?
Move approval of both items.
Cast your vote. It passes unanimously. Item 5 is the primary agenda items. Item A is to receive the Oklahoma River Maintenance Projects update. Jim?
Afternoon, trustees. Jim Llewellyn, Oklahoma City Public Works Department. Our dredging operations on the river have pretty much been shut down due to the high river flows. A lot of the embankments they made out there in order to work have been washed away, and so they're hoping to get remobilized as soon as flow in the river backs down a little bit and finish up. Right now, they've removed 22,000 cubic yards of sediment from the sediment basin, and once they're able to get mobilized, they'll finish out the contract. I'll remind you, we did $1.5 million for the initial year, and then we've budgeted $500,000 for each of the next 2 years of this contract. So we'll be able to continue dredging operations and get that cleaned up. In accordance with Murphy's rules of deadlines, I did receive the maintenance crew report about 2 days after I submitted this report. Between April 12th and May 10th, they removed a little over 97 tons of debris. As usual, it was all out of the western basin. Crews worked on the river for 20 days during that period because of the high flow. Also, due to the high flow, we've noticed that there's been some erosion and damage to riprap along the river. Once the rainy season is slowed down a little bit, they'll be going through and replacing riprap as needed along the river corridor. Sir, any questions?
Any questions for you? Very good, thank you. I need a motion to receive that report.
So moved.
Cast your vote. Second. Passes unanimously. Item B is to receive the Oklahoma City Riverfront Redevelopment Authority's operating budget for fiscal year 1920. We introduced this last month, and it's set for adoption today. Do we have any questions on it? A motion to approve? Second. Cast your vote. It passes unanimously. Item C is to the revised rules, regulations, and policies for the North Canadian River Corridor Recreation Area. We will be introducing this today and be set for approval on July 30th. The River Use Committee has looked at this, and I know last month you were chairing that committee. Don, you have any comments on it?
Well, we have reviewed all of this, and we did approve everything that's on our agenda today unanimously, so be glad to try to answer any questions that anybody has.
This has been an ongoing process for a long time, and the staff has been working to bring our rules and regulations more up to date. I think the key thing out of it is that it took a lot of the stuff that was covered somewhere else and said simply to refer to that instead of having to redo everything in our rules and regulations. So I think it's going to be a very helpful document. So I need a motion to introduce that.
Second.
Cast your vote. It passes unanimously. Item D is an ordinance amendments relating to the general schedule of fees, repealing a bunch of them, and permit fees applicable to the North Canadian River Corridor Recreation Area. Again, we're introducing this today. Will be adopted next month. The Use Committee met on this last month also. Don? Same thing?
Again, we reviewed all of this. We all approved it unanimously, so, and as Gary says, it's consolidating some fees.
Again, one of the biggest things was to take and simply reference the fees as they're established elsewhere in the city, and will help with this. So,
just a clarification, you'll be recommending that council adopt the ordinance.
okay. So July 30th, we'll make a recommendation for council to set the fees. Any other questions? Need a motion to introduce this? Second. Cast your vote. It passes unanimously. Item E is to recommend that the Oklahoma City Council approve a revocable permit with Prodigal LLC for the 2019 Downtown Fourth Fest using Regatta Park, Eastern Basin, North and South River Trails, and parking lot south of the river and west of Lincoln. Have any questions on this? I think, is this the one that is the timing issue? No, that's the other one. I'm sorry. Okay. Cast your vote. It passes unanimously. Item F is to recommend the Oklahoma City Council approve a revocable permit with the Oklahoma State Game Warden Association for the Game Warden Skills Competition and 5K, July 18th and 19th, using the entrance plaza near the Land Runyon Monument, the Community Foundation River Trail, and the Wiley Post Park, and the Park Pavilion and Event Center. Any questions on this? Motion? And it passes unanimously. Item G is to receive revocable permit with the Oklahoma City Boathouse Foundation for the 2019 Stars and Stripes River Festival, June 29th, using the Eastern Basin, Regatta Park Zone, the North River Trail, and including the Oklahoma City Community River Trail, located on the north and south side. This has already been approved by the council because of a timing issue with our meeting this month, so we're simply receiving this after. Any questions on it? Any motion?
Motion received.
Second?
Cast your vote, and it passes unanimously. Do we have a claims docket? No, we don't have a claims docket today. Item 7, additional items, is, Doug, we have your written report. Do you have anything other than the written report you want to talk about?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. No, I think since you heard from Adam already about city care and you've already dealt with the fees and the ordinance changes, recommend that you accept the report.
Second?
Cast your vote. Receive that report. Any comments by trustees? Any citizens wanting to be heard? Very good. We are adjourned.